everyone, it's Tammy, and today I'm going to make a card using Dandelion Wishes. This is a new stamp set from Stampin' Up, and I recently became a Stampin' Up demonstrator for the second time in my life, but I really just love their product, and I decided I wanted to go ahead and get that discount again, so that's the reason I'm doing it. And over here I'm getting my Stampin' Scrub ready to wash my stamps. And I just like to do this every time. I'm using some Stampin' Mist on that to clean my stamps. One side stays wet, the other side is dry, and it's really nice to clean them as you go. And I picked out two colors that I love. I love Wisteria Wonder. This is one of my favorite colors. And then I also have Eggplant Envy, which I think they go rather nicely together. And I love this sentiment because it is just, I don't know, dandelions make me think of my daughter for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why, but I love it. And I thought that I would do something really kind of quick and easy. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut my 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper down to an A2 card size, which is, and you know what, I'm going to score it at 5.5. And let's see, where's my bone folder? I'm scoring it at 5.5, and then I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4. And then this will be a top fold card. And I'm going to need, no, I'm not going to need, okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of the things. Let me get this stuff out of the way for a second. So I want the Wisteria Wonder to fit the card base, like, and it is cut at 4 1/4, so I think I cut it at 5.5. It should be good to go. And then I'm going to cut this one, and I do need some more. I'm a goofball. So let me see how big this is. Is this 4 1/4? No, this is a little bigger than 4 1/4. I'm going to cut this down. Let's see, how big do I want this? I want there to be a little bit of a border. I'm going to say, yeah, I think I'm going to go 3 1/4. And then if I do 3 1/4, that's an inch. So 5.5 would be 4.5. So I'm doing an inch difference on each side. So the card base is an inch bigger this way and this way. If I put it in the corner, it would be an inch and an inch. But I'm just going to center it like that. And then I'm going to put another piece of Whisper White on top. So let me just grab one of those. And I want this then to be cut, yikes, at 4, no, that was, okay, hold on, 4 1/4, 4 1/4, 3 1/4. I want this to be cut at 3 by, it was 5.5, so that's 4.5, so by 4 1/4. And this should fit nicely right on top of that, giving us a little border. Yes, indeed. All right, so let me pull back down my stamps. I think that's all the cutting that I'm going to do. This is extra, so I'm going to put this to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and fold and burnish my edges. And I have really been enjoying my art glitter glue, so I'm going to use that, I think, today to glue instead of using my ATG gun. Oops. As I say, I love it, and I'm taking the top off. I have a little pile of goo on the top, which happens, so you just have to be careful. All right, so let me just put this all around. I like this because you can make a really fine line. This is not a Stampin' Up product, but I love it. So you guys who may not know me, I use what I like, and I let you guys know what it is, but I do love Stampin' Up! Products, but I also love other products as well. So you will see me using all sorts of everything. I don't know why I'm doing this on that. So I'm just gluing that right to the front, just like that. And I'm going to do that with this one as well. And I am making 2 cards. I didn't tell you that. I often, if I'm going to make 1 card, I'm going to make 2, because an 8.5 by 11 makes 2 cards. So if I'm going to get the stamps dirty and make 1 card, I may as well. It's almost just as fast for me to go ahead and make 2. So I don't mind doing that at all. This one is a little bit long on that side, so I'm going to put it on here. There we go. And I also have some Wisteria Wonder ribbon that I've had in my stash for a while, so I don't think that that's still being sold. I don't even know what the products are, guys. I'm not trying to sell you guys stuff. If you like stuff and you want to order something, that's absolutely fine. You can use me as your demonstrator, but I am here to tell you that I love the product, and that's the reason that I use it. So I can support you in that. And obviously these are brand new, so this is how they come. And I'm going to pick, I want to use this one for sure, which stamp I want to use, and then I want to pick which sentiment I want. Sending well wishes. I made a wish and you came true. That one is sweet. I'm going to use that one. And I don't think I need anything else. If I do, it will be the extra little, these things, the little dandelion things. But isn't that cute? And then I made a wish and you came true. Oh, how sweet. Okay, so I'm going to do my stamping. Let me put this. This is my lid to my glue, and if you leave this on here, it usually comes out really nicely. So I try to do that. And I left a stamp on here from before. I don't know what set that's from, so I've just been leaving it on there until I figure it out. And I am usually pretty good about that, so I don't know what I did. And I don't know if this block is going to be big enough, but I'll make it work. And is this going to be big enough? Again, I'll make this work too. Okay, so before I do that, what I want to do is I want to take my Wisteria Wonder, and I'm just going to play, and I'm going to just put this down on that paper. Well, it didn't work very well, so let me do it this way. Sure. I just want to get some ink on this white page. Yeah, like that. And I'm, okay, yes I am. I was going to say, I'm not using Wisteria Wonder. Yes I am. And I should have 2 of these. Where's my other one? Did I not cut 2? Oh, good grief. I am honestly losing it. I cut 2 cards, but I didn't cut 2 of the other things. No wonder I had so much left over. What did I do with my Wisteria Wonder? Or my, there it is, I think. So now I forget how big I need it to be. Let me just remeasure it, because then I won't have to think so hard. 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So this should be 3 1/4, I hope, or close to it. 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So that means this has to be 3 by 4 1/4. Three by 4 1/4. There's probably a smaller piece I can use. I don't know what I did with it, so I'm just going to do it this way. And then 3. Oh, dang bat. I'm telling you, I'd make 2 cards, but I've been out of practice. I probably have enough cards to last me a lifetime and then some, but, you know, I just enjoy the process. So I'm going to keep on making. Keep on keeping on. That's what I'm going to do. And that's just kind of what I want, just like that. And this is going to go on top of this. Yeah, I think I like that. I was trying to see if I wanted it to be a smaller thing here or not, but I think that's all right. And then that's going to go on top of this. Okay, yes, okay, I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. Now I'm not going to glue any of these down yet because I want to make sure that I stamp okay, because if I don't, then I can re-stamp on the other side. So let me open this bad boy. And these are the old style stamp pads. I hear that the new style are easier to use and open, but I wouldn't know because I don't have any of those yet. And I'm really not in a huge hurry to get them because I have so many of these that I need to, you know, use a little bit of what I have. All right, so let's stamp this down, and to stamp this, I'm just going to go, I want as much of it in here as I can get, so I'm going to go straight down, and then the parts that came off, I'm going to push those down too, because I'm a weirdo. I should just get a bigger block, but, you know, I like to do things the hard way. Oh, that's so cute. I love it, I love it, I love it. So let's do the same thing to this one. And I'm just watching to make sure I get it all in there, or at least close to all of it in there. Stamp it down, stamp it up. Then I'm going to take it to my cleaner and go ahead and clean it off, the wet side and then the dry side, and you can see that it's clean and ready to go back in. And then I'm going to take my sentiment and make sure I have it right. I made a wish and you came true. That is so sweet. And I'm going to put that up here only because I'm going to put a ribbon on there. Ooh, I got some. Yuck, I don't like that. Make sure you don't get any of that on there if you can help it. There we go. That's better. Clean this one off. Seems like rubber stamps tend to do that for me, but I really like the way rubber stamps, and these are rubber, the red ones are rubber stamps. I really like the way that the rubber stamps stamp. I think that they do a really good job of actually stamping, and all of them do. But I learned on rubber stamps, and maybe that's why I don't know if I'm even want to say that I'm partial to them, but I do like them. I wish I hadn't done that, but I'm going to see. I have heard that there's a way, if you take your little scraper tool, I'm going to try it. Take your little poker tool, and you can kind of erase it almost. I don't know, this might be too big of a area. They even have like a sand eraser. Because what you're really doing is taking off some of the paper. I don't know where you'd get the sand eraser. I haven't ever looked for one, but the only problem with doing it this way is that you can now see the white underneath instead of the color. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I could stamp the other side, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. So I'm going to take my ribbon, and I just want to tie it in a little knot around the front over here. I think that this dandelion is so cool, and I really like how you can just stamp it in any color that you want to. And then I'm going to take some scissors, because at first when I was first thinking of this, I was going to do it in black ink, which would be cute too, I think. But then I didn't want the black behind the Wisteria Wonder, so that made me think, what color would I like behind there? So then I was looking at all of my different colors, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do 2 shades of purple. So that's how that thought process came about. I'm just trying to trim them so they're about the same. The little ribbon ends are about the same. And I'm going to do the same thing to this one. My dog just came in. Hi, Taz. I have the window open and I think he just wants to see outside. And here's a little tip: when I put my ribbon away, I like to kind of hold the end of it when I'm going around the last round of it, and then tuck my ribbon inside itself and then pull, because then it kind of stays there and it won't go all crazy. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, let's see, I want this down here. I'm going to trim this just a little bit more. What you doing, Taz? Oh, that's so cute. Okay, so I'm done with my ribbon, and then I'm going to take this and put it on here. And yeah, I think I'll just glue it straight on there. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use dimensionals or if I wanted to just glue it, but I think I'm just going to glue it, and then maybe I will use dimensionals on the next layer, or maybe I'll just glue that too. I'll have to see what I think when I'm done with this part. So I'm just going to put this right on top like that. And then this one, I'm going to do the same thing. Let me make sure I have that ribbon where I want it. It's way crooked on this side, but as long as it looks all right on the other side, I'm good. And I just eyeball those kinds of things. Like as many things as I can just eyeball, that's what I like to do. If any of you guys have seen my Foodie Fridays, I like to do that with cooking too. You just kind of make it what you think you need, and then it just turns out. Another reason that glue is kind of good to use is because it gives you a little bit of wiggle room. You could move it a little bit if you have it in not the right spot. Alright, so then I will take my card base, make sure that it opens the right way, and this is going to go right on top. And I'm trying to decide if I want dimension or not, and I think I do. So I'm going to go ahead and take my dimensionals. Now, I don't know if you guys can see, but all of the dimensionals are almost gone. I just have two that are still whole. And then what I do is I cut these so that I can use all of the edge, because all of this is viable. I mean, it's all just good stuff. So I'm just taking my scissors and I'm just cutting on every valley that I see. And it gives you about half of a dimensional, but honestly, that's about all you need in most cases. And then you can use the whole sheet without having to worry that you're wasting anything. And because I have it, and because those are halves, I'm going to put a couple on each of the sides here. I don't usually do that on a card, but because these are smaller pieces, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oops, and I think I got that one sticking out a little too far. Sometimes you can pull them up and replace them a little. So I'm just taking the backing off. Oh, I got it off. It's sad when you forget which ones you've done already. And then I'm just going to put this right down in the middle. Again, just eyeballing it. And one card is finished already. And then this is the next card. So I'll just do the same thing. Oops. My fingernails are too long. My daughter and I are going to go get our nails done, so I'm trying to hold out, but oh, they're killing me. And put that here. And there we go. I made a wish and you came true. Isn't that sweet? And 2 cards in totally small, short amount of time. So I hope that you guys like that. And again, this is using the Dandelion Wishes stamp set from Stampin' Up. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. You know what I just thought? I just thought I should do the envelope too. So I pulled out 2 envelopes, and let me pull out that Dandelion again. I'm going to use the same one and put him on here kind of the same way that the other one that I did the last time, if I can figure it out. And let's see, I will use Wisteria Wonder. And I'm just going to put that right here on the envelope. I'm going to do the same thing to this envelope. I like it when the envelope is decorated too. Lots of times I'll draw something on it, which is fun, but when you're stamping on the inside, it's just as easy to stamp on the outside as well. And there we go. Cute. I'm loving it. So then I will have a sweet card to send to someone. And that's how I store them, like kind of like this, except for, there it goes. I store them just like that. And when I'm ready to send it, I have them ready, and it's lots of fun and easy. So, and this, I just love this sentiment. So thanks again. Bye-bye.